I ended up in Kazakhstan after throwing a dart at the world map blindfolded, committing to go wherever it landed. From world-class cuisine to modern twists on nomadic traditions, Kazakhstan is a land full of surprises and one of the fastest-growing countries in Central Asia. In this episode, you'll witness an incredible contrast, from sleeping in a yurt and living like a nomad to exploring Astana, a futuristic capital where opera houses dazzle and glass towers dominate the skyline. This is part 2 of Travel by Dart Kazakhstan, a country I couldn't spell in middle school, but now I know is one of the world's best kept secrets. My name is Soren. I throw darts at the world map and go wherever they land. One of the most unexpected moments of my life occurred when I arrived in Kazakhstan after throwing a dart at the world map while in Cuba. This new country welcomed me in ways I could never imagine. I began my journey in Almaty, a city that quickly won me over with its rich culinary offerings. However, the most surprising moment came when I visited Sharing Canyon, a place even older than the more famous Grand Canyon. I was caught off guard when a group of 5 young people arrived there incognito and performed a beautiful song by the river for me, creating a moment I will never forget. Today, I'm about to move to Astana, the capital city, but before I do that, I have to go through a must-do experience. The canyon was not the only surprise of the day, because after that we went to what was probably my highlight of the whole trip in Almaty, and that was experiencing a yurt. That meant it was time for a road trip to the countryside, a few hours away from Almaty, so I jumped in our car with Dina and Janara. But along the way we also found like a big field with flowers that smelled like honey. We can feel it like from so far away. We stopped the car and we went into that field.
Great Kazakh steppe is blooming only 2 months a year. It's April and May, and we came like exact in this time.
We finally got to the village, we finally got to the yurt. This is where I'm gonna spend tonight. We're gonna get inside, play some games, have some drinks, and I've been waiting for this for a long time. A yurt, as you can see, is a wooden structure wrapped in a tarp that's very, very reliable for nomadic lifestyle. And tonight I'm gonna experience that with my little crew here. And I'm gonna share with you what's inside, because what's inside is magical. Check it out. Wow. Wow, this looks bigger than it looks from outside. It's incredible, seems very, very hospitable. Look at these 3 little beds. Wow, I don't even know which one to pick. I think I'm gonna pick the one by the heater, because it feels a little chilly inside. It's like a different world than what it seems like from outside, and much spacious than I thought it is. So it fits 3 people. I think they could even put 1 more if we want to. But I see the host actually prepared a few snacks for us, and then we will have dinner in about an hour. I'm ready for a memorable evening here.
Highlights of this yurt and also some unique things of this yurt. First of all, the yurt is the round shape. They are white because we are covering the top of the yurt with wool. And this is like waterproof, windproof protection. And the round shape of the yurt is making like a great aerodynamic, and the wind never comes in the yurt. The yurt is like a tent for the travelers. You can build it and rebuild it in few hours. So if you need to move to one place to the second, you need only one horse and one carriage. You are rebuilding your yurt and you are put all the stuff in the carriage and you are moving on 20, 100 and 200 kilometers. And in the middle of the yurt has a circle which has a cross. The cross has like two meanings. The cross, it's the meaning of the strong family, that you have to remember that there is the head of the family who's actually creating and covering with the wings all his family. But also it has some practical way of using this cross. When you are setting up the yurt, the main entrance should be on the way of the sunrise. It means like eastern part of the area where you are setting up the yurt. And it means like when the sun rises and the sun is moving around this shape during the day. And the home members, they can recognize the time. The time was very important for us because we was following some pagan worldview that period of time, and they were like a special time for milking cow. This jacket, which is right behind me, this jacket is for the special meetings. We had like a kurultais when they decided what to do. I mean, it was kind of a meeting when the tribal meeting, when they decided to meet in one place near the river, for example, and the rulers of the tribes actually was wearing our traditional clothing. And on this clothing, if you can see here, has some ornamentation. We never asked the question like, "Hi, guy, where are you?" They were reading actually the information from the ornamentation. For example, if I see that you are wearing a jacket, I can recognize, okay, he's from the eastern part of the river or this location, and he's the owner of like thousands of sheep or horses. Okay, this guy has 4 children. I mean, they are reading all the information about the person while he's wearing. And also the Huns, the ruler of the nations, depends generation to generation, they also was wearing such a jacket. When you will wear it?
I think I should wear that jacket for the rest of the evening while we're having a feast. Yes?
Hat.
Perfect. Let's do this. Okay, so I kind of want to try these ones. What are these?
It's a dumplings, homemade dumplings.
Yeah.
With the lamb and beef. They are mixing the meat and adding some onion in it.
It does tend to taste a lot.
Exactly. This is energy bars of the nomads.
They're not really bars, they're like balls.
It's balls, but it's giving you energy because it's a mix of some corn, wheat, and the mixing, adding some homemade butter, sometimes honey and sugar. And if you will eat this in the morning, it's like your breakfast. You're going to feel yourself like full till the evening.
Really?
This is what the nomads was eating while they did big movement for the long days.
Oh man, I just had a bite and it's so sweet. I need to go back to the food.
This is a soft, sweet cheese. It's called erimshik.
Edamshik?
Erimshik, yeah. This is like traditional dessert, which we're bringing after we just finished the main meal.
So I did sanitize my hands. My nerves are going to touch this one again. See what I feel like. Very good. I loved our evening in the yurt. Dina got to tell me about herself, about her life, about the Kazakh culture. We enjoyed the food, we enjoyed the company. We really discover a lot about ourselves, and we play some games. I got to learn about the items on the wall. I felt a Kazakh Han for a couple hours, maybe 3-4 hours in there, right before I went to bed and prepare for the next day. Okay, was a good evening, great day, but time to see how it is to sleep in a yurt. Good night. We woke up in the morning and Dina said, well, we're going back home, but you're gonna go on a horse. I'm like, what do you mean I'm gonna go on a horse? He said, well, you're gonna take a horse and you're gonna ride it to Almaty, back to your hotel. I'm like, yeah, sure, that's a good joke. But then we go with the car, we go to this guy who had like 3 horses around him and he's like, yeah, this is your horse. I'm like, that was not a joke. No, that was not a joke at all. So I said, okay, I'll embrace the invitation, and I decided to jump on a horse and see what was all about.
So the nomadic culture was all about living in a nature with the animals, which is why today I'm gonna go for a horse ride. I'm not too experienced in this thing, but because I want to try it, we're gonna go for probably a couple of hours with this little beauty. So let's go.
I was just enjoying my new friend and got to intake the whole vibe of the countryside, the beautiful mountains around, the nature, the air. Everything was perfect, and the horse was just pure beauty. He was just walking by himself. I didn't even have to do tricks with him. We crossed a little river as well, and finally I joined the team again a few hours later, and we returned back to Almaty to prepare for a new experience.
Going to Astana.
After an hour and a half flight from Almaty to Astana, we finally made it to the capital city. And it's interesting because Astana means in the local language capital. Astana has changed its name several times over the past 100 years, but now it's called Astana, and it's a very modern city. The same thing that happened to me in Almaty happened in Astana as well, meaning I've met great people from the get-go. I just met Asem, who picked me up from the airport, and when I thought she's just gonna take me from the airport to the hotel, she said, well, you have to have some lunch. So we're stopping at this place called Eva. And those guys, when I thought we were just gonna eat, everybody knew who I am, everybody was ready for my visit there. All of a sudden the whole table is full of like 20 appetizers, a bunch of things. The chef comes in and starts telling me about all these things, and I really appreciate that.
Today we've prepared for you some cream cheese with roast bell peppers. We dress it with chimichurri sauce and serve with pecan nuts, some fresh mint and green oil. We serve it with a flatbread. Then we have a guinea fowl liver pate. We serve it with a jam of white cherries and some hazelnuts.
So good, man.
Thank you. The first one is salmon sashimi with ponzu sauce with a truffle and some crunchy cucumbers. Then we have ceviche made of dorado with tomato concasse, served with avocado. And the last one is vitella tonata, served in our way, yes. So we make espuma of tomato sauce. The veal is local free-range veal. So we take the tenderloin, we make roast beef and serve it here. And we shave some egg yolk batarga, we call it. First we cure them in salt and sugar, then we dry and shave it over the final meal.
What do we have here?
So here we have a local beef cheek, cook it with a sous vide technology. And then we have a gratinated potato made of like coins of potato. Then we will serve sauce made of cream, adding with green oil. And on the top of beef cheek we have cabbage, like slightly marinated, slightly salted.
Astana might be just a brand new culinary experience for me, which I'm ready to share with you because the beauty and the taste of all those dishes were incredible. Spectacular. The words don't do justice. These things they say is not fine dining, but sounds like a fine dining to me. Oh, I may never leave this place. Well, I don't know what these are, but I was told they're bonbons with grape juice inside, and I shouldn't bite it from outside, but inside. Hard shell and filled with grape juice. So just gonna try one, see how it is. Oh my goodness, this may be the best thing I've had so far in Kazakhstan. It just melts right away. It's white chocolate, which is pink here, but the grape juice is actually covered with white chocolate, and essentially I don't even need to buy it. It's just like explodes in your mouth. Is this your own special thing, or can we find this anywhere else?
I think you can find it only in our restaurant in the city, for sure, and probably in the country as well. And we have another flavor. We have a sea buckthorn. We can serve it later.
Astana is such an interesting city. There's so many random buildings, but done with good taste. So different from each other. There is no two apartment complexes that are the same. So it looks like somebody just dropped like 100 cool buildings in a city, and that's Astana. And of course, being such an interesting city, we had to visit the most important landmarks of this town. And the first was the Baiterek Tower.
So our first monument, this is our #1 monument, is the first monument of Astana, since Astana was born as the capital of Kazakhstan, is the Baiterek. The Baiterek is not only an observation deck, there is a mythical story about it of a tree of life. That's why it's in a form and a shape of a tree. And there is also called a mythical bird that laid an egg there, which represents rebirth. So it's basically representing the rebirth of the capital city from Almaty to Astana. So this is our first place we're gonna visit. It's not only an observation deck, there's also restaurants, and also most importantly, the first emblem of the first president of Kazakhstan.
Oh, cool.
He left his print.
Love it.
So let's check it out. Yeah. Well, before I spoke to Soren and I found out how he came up with this show, before I knew it, when I understood what travel by dart is that basically when the host, when Soren blindfolds himself, takes a dart and throws it into the map and gets to travel there, for me it's like dreaming.
So dear guests, welcome to the unique architecture structure, the Baiterek Monument, which is a symbol and one of the main sightseeing here in the capital city. So now you're standing on the glass sphere, which is the diameter is 22 meters and the weight is 300 tons.
And I like that you could put the hand where the first president of Kazakhstan put his palm. At the same time, as soon as you touch it, a cool song starts playing in the whole tower. And that was because you touched the palm of the former president. Kind of cool.
The total height of this monument is 105 meters. There we have two main artifacts located. And that platform is standing on the 97 meters, which is identified that in 1997 we changed our capital city from Almaty to Akmola, which is Astana now. So as I told you before,
beautiful.
there is like a tent. This is Khan Shatter, which is our entertainment center. And that building was built in 2006 by British architect Norman Foster. That building is actually listed in the Guinness Book of Records as the highest tent in the world.
Highest?
Highest tent.
Baiterek Tower, it's such a cool thing, and the perspective of the city from up there in 360 and seeing all those cool buildings, it was a great experience. One of the most important things that impressed me in Astana is the Opera House. I've seen quite a few opera buildings in this world, but this one is so majestic.
Well, so right now we are at the heart of art, culture, and entertainment. This is the Astana Opera, the #1 favorite place of any person who comes to Astana.
We were lucky to meet Gohar. Gohar is the assistant artistic director there, and she gave us amazing, unbelievable tour of the building, showing us the backstage.
The stage itself goes up and down and it's revolving. I mean, the theater is classic, but we have all the technical modern facilities. And now we have a general rehearsal of Don Quixote, and yes, we have a donkey and horse performing with us, with our artists.
And we were also lucky to witness a couple of practices. One was for Spartacus. Saw this young, talented man doing his dances for the Spartacus show. Also, what I liked even more was the performance of Don Quixote. And they were training, they were practicing today because tomorrow they have this show. So being backstage, seeing how they do all the dances was kind of cool. And I had to thank Gohar for giving us that exclusive tour around the building.
There are 900 people working at the theater. Around 600 of them are artists, and 300 managers, technical staff, production staff, admin.
So when you have a show like tomorrow, you have 900 people all involved.
Not all, but maybe like around 700 for sure.
Oh, wow. It's like a small city.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Wow. Wow. I feel tired myself.
Astana carries an air of sophistication that sets it apart from Almaty, so this is why, after staying in a yurt earlier this week, I felt like indulging myself in this style and trying to find a classy place this time, which I did, the capital city offering no shortage of elegant options. The point is, contrary to many worldwide misconceptions, Kazakhstan provides incredible accommodation. That said, after a much-needed rest, I got ready for something that blew my mind, and I'm sure it will do the same for you. If you're curious about what it is, here is a sneak peek. In the next episode, I will dive deep even more into discovering Kazakhstan's countryside, from adventurous eagle hunting activities to unusual baths done by some of the strongest women I've ever met. Do not miss this one.